Well, let's start, ladies and gentlemen, with a big happy birthday to the U.S. Marine Corps, or as it was once called by our president, the Marine Corps. We're proud to have a Marine who is one of our great producers here on the Steve Malzberg Show, Michael, who's off today. I don't think he's celebrating necessarily. I don't think that's why he took the day off, but I hope he is celebrating and relaxing and celebrating the 239th birthday of the Marines. Just so you know, founded November 10th, 1775, through a resolution by a session of the Continental Congress in Philadelphia. The Marine Corps began formally celebrating its birthday in 1921 under then Commandant Jean J. Lejeune and Camp Lejeune. You know the whole, and our Marines, along with the rest of our armed services, you know how we feel about them here, and I'm sure you have that same place in your heart for all of our men and women in uniform. So happy birthday to the U.S. Marine Corps. All right, folks, there's a story out there I've heard several times today about Ferguson and over the last week or so, Ferguson and the grand jury indictment. Will it come down? Will it not come down? When's the announcement going to be made? Maybe the protesters and the police can sign like a prenuptial agreement to protect the protesters. You know, the police won't be able to do this or do that or do that. All crazy stuff. But I haven't heard mention, with one exception, on this show, I guess two, and on Fox, about the mother of Michael Brown, who was killed by the police officer. And we're talking about Leslie McSpadden. I have in my hand a Mediaite.com story, which talks about the smoking gun story, which talks about the fact that Leslie McSpadden, the mother of slain Ferguson Michael Brown, is facing charges of felony armed robbery after allegedly attacking people in the parking lot who were selling T-shirts with "Justice for Mike Brown" written on the front. The smoking gun said that she's identified as one of the attackers who not only physically assaulted the individuals in the parking lot, but they stole cash and merchandise. Now, you would think this would be a little bit of a story. Now, today I heard that the mother and father of Michael Brown went to Geneva, Switzerland, to testify before the Human Rights, court or commission about how bad it is for blacks in the United States, I guess. They let her, a suspect in an armed robbery, travel out of the country, if the story I heard is correct. Could the police officer in Ferguson travel to Geneva? My mind is spinning here. I don't get it. I do get the media silence. But listen to Geraldo here on Fox News as he's asked about it.
A group of thugs who beat up some people, stole their T-shirts and their money, somewhere around $1,500 worth of stuff. Now, what say you? There's no way you can condone that.
All right, well, let's see if Geraldo condones it or doesn't or plays word games with it. Let's watch.
It's not a question of condoning. Michael Brown comes from a subset, a social economic subset. His mom, obviously, from the same subset. Why are we surprised? This is, when you hear armed robbery, you think she stuck up a bank. She didn't go to a bank. She went to, I think it was her former mother-in-law with a whole bunch of her pals, and the mother-in-law, the former mother-in-law, was selling the T-shirts without authorization.
But she brought back.
I am not condoning it.
It sounds like he's condoning it to me. Michael Brown and his mother are from a social economic subset. What do you expect? She didn't rob a bank. She only went to her ex-mother-in-law and people beat them up. That makes it okay. Sounds like you're condoning it to me, Geraldo. That's what it sounds like to me. Here's more.
Someone was beat up. There were several people beat up. People were hit with pipes.
We tend to
property was stolen.
Idealize the
money was
victims
stolen
of crime or the victims of tragedy. These parents aren't, they didn't come on the world as preachers or quality of life people. They're just related to someone who's involved in a tragic situation.
I don't know what he's trying to say, except that I condone it, but I can't say I condone it. That's how I interpret what Geraldo's saying. I don't get it. I don't get it. Where's the question? Watch this.
She's not a hero
we should
to me.
treat her differently because
I
of that.
absolutely don't think so. That's why all this attention. She will be in trouble. She's in trouble.
And you're okay with
She
that?
should be in trouble.
Well, all right. Let's hope he means what he said there at the end, because to me what you say is this is outrageous. This is despicable. Where's the media coverage of it besides here and Fox? That's what I'd like to know. We're coming back with the Malzberg panel.